Hi guys, welcome back. So where we left off the last time is I got this thing was running. It finally runs. I have an actual running LS project right now. So once I got that far, it was super pumped. And it took me a day to get myself back on track because all of my folks was like, just to get this thing running, get it running. And then I completely kind of had lost focus on anything else, right? So after thinking about it for about a day or so, I was like, well, where do I even, there's so much to do. What am I going to do next? I ended up settling on, I just jumped right into it and I dropped the rear cradle out of this thing. And I was like, I'm going to support the rear end and we're going to get a drive shaft made for it. I was like, that is like 100% the next step to go is we got it running. Now I need to verify the transmission is going to even go through the gears. I haven't, I don't know. Like that's a mystery because like the transmission came with the car. It was bought from a wrecking yard and it was supposed to have a warranty on it. It's supposed to be working. Only way we're going to find out is if we drive through the gears, right? So anyways, so let's talk driveline angle real quick, or opinion angle. There's probably a number of words, number of ways to describe it and why is it important. So if you're making your own mounts and you're going to re-support your own rear end, blah, 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 whatever. You need to make sure that your drive shaft has to be at a proper angle. And you also have to have both pinions at a certain angle in order to spin the bearings in the U-joint to keep everything lubricated. So what are the numbers? Well, from the research that I've done and from the drive shaft to the company that's making my drive shaft that I talked to is I'll post a little picture in here roughly where you need to be and what you want. But you want your drive shaft to not exceed 5 degrees. And the optimal angle of the drive shaft is 1 to 3 degrees to get the bearings to spin, right? So they don't get seized. So the one thing that we are lucky with the RX-8 is that with the independent rear suspension, the rear differential does not go up and down when you go over bumps. It's a fixed drive shaft. It's only in one spot. So we need that 1 to 3 degrees is pretty important to have some kind of a driveline angle. But we need to make sure that our pinions off the transmission and the pinion on the rear end are parallel to each other. They have to match. So how I did that is I just got a digital angle finder here. This one here has the ability it sticks by magnet on all the sides. When it's on, I can zero it out. And then it also has lasers. So what I did is I picked a spot on the rocker panel. I put this thing on there. Turned it on, basically. Then I zeroed it out so it was 0. I went to the back of the car and put it on the back here and found that I was able to get like 1.5 degrees. And I was able to get 1.5 degrees on the transmission side. And then I used the laser and my transmission angle was, or my drive shaft angle was on a 1.5 or 2 degree angle. So the total was worked out that it was like right in that 1 to 3 degrees. 1 to 3 degrees, and my pinion angles were like 2.5, something like that. My drive shaft was 1, my pinion angles were 2.5, but they were parallel to each other. And I do have room to shim the transmission up or down, and also the rear end up or down. So how did I support the rear end? Well, this is what I basically did to get it supported. I got some other old stuff when I was doing it on my phone, but I want to get this thing back in and get the drive shaft made right away. So sorry if this video is a little short and sweet, but like I just didn't have a lot of time to prepare anything. So these are known to tear back here. So basically I just made some plates up, drilled some holes, and then welded it right on top of the existing plate on all 4 to start with. Then in the front here, I cut the bar off of the long bar that's there. I forget what the heck the thing is called, the PP or whatever bar. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about if you got one. So I cut the end off of there, so I was able to bolt that up in there. And then at first I was only going to put one side here. So this one's a little beefier than the other side. I just put a bolt through it, and there's a plate also at the back. There's a plate at the back as well. And then this side was just a last minute thought. I thought just maybe it wouldn't hurt to have the extra in there because we're all the way into it. And so it's a little thinner, but the wall of the pipe is a little heavier. And basically when I was in there, I just took a measurement from the center of the bolt straight up. And it was like mine, yours might be different. I think mine was, I forget now, 3 7/8 or something, 3 3/4. It was just under, I do believe, no, 3 7/8 was my exact measurement. And I made it so it's down to 3 1/4 and up to 4 that I can move it a little bit. For now, I got to just tack weld it here. Just while I was reworking the back and the front, I did put a tack there to make sure that the thing wouldn't move. while I was working on it. But now I just got to figure out how to shove that thing back in there, because the car's on a bit of a mid-rise and it was easy to get it out, but the mid-rise hoist that it's on has like bars in the center of the thing, right? So I got 2 moving dollies I can set it there, and I'm just gonna have to get it up there the best that I can. But anyway, so that's the plan, to stick that thing back in. And I guess I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.